Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jedi Night's Watch for another 1/6 scale figure review. It's been a while since we've done one of these, and I was holding out to do another one until I got this figure in the mail from China. So it was about 3 weeks that since I purchased him that I finally got him here, and I'm excited to open him up with you guys and do this review. This is going to be Logan from the company 11. So this is a 6 scale figure, but it's not going to be Hot Toys. For a while, I've been looking for a Wolverine or a Logan figure just to add to my collection because I do really like the character and I love the movie Logan. I think Marvel did a great job by making it dark and rated R, and just it seemed to be, I guess, more realistic, more down to earth. So I'm a big fan of that movie. Been wanting to get this figure for a while. I just didn't really want to order it from China and wait, but eventually I just pulled the trigger, so here he is in front of us. As we take a look at the box, there is not much to see. Again, this is from the company 11, so this figure is going to be different from Hot Toys. It's not going to come with all the same accessories and the works. It's going to be kind of more bare bones so that they can keep their price points down and come in well under the Hot Toys price point. Looking at the box, it says Logan on the front, and it's got the 11 kind of logo mixed in there, so that's kind of cool. No other text or artwork on the box to speak of. The box is going to be quite small compared to Hot Toys, which is fine by me because it's just going to be easier to store. But when we get it flat on the table and we open it up, we have a nice cushiony foam insert that if we remove, we see our first look at the figure. And I am impressed with this figure and how much it looks like Logan from the movie. And I'm excited to get this guy displayed, posed, and in the collection. But first, let's take a look at all the accessories he comes with. So this figure does not come with a base, so we're going to skip through that part. We're going to go straight into the accessories of the figure. And here in front of us, we have everything that comes with our Logan figure. Most of it's going to be hands, as well as the adamantium hands with the claws here. But I think there's still a lot of cool stuff here, so let's take a look here. First things first, we get a pretty cool Jack Daniel's whiskey bottle. This is a pretty cool accessory. We know from watching the Logan movie that he did have a little bit of a drinking problem, and this is a really cool prop to have. Really good detail in the bottle itself. You can barely make out some of this stuff, but it looks like an authentic bottle, so that's really cool. The other cool prop he comes with is the comic book, and it's an X-Men comic book, and if you open it up, it does actually have pages, so that's a really cool touch here that 11 did that they didn't necessarily have to do. So a really cool prop there. Going into the hands, they're going to be normal hands, but they do look good. They have a very good paint application on them, very convincing, if you will. I've seen worse hands out there, so these are very good. And he comes with the adamantium claws. The resting open hands are on the body. He comes with kind of like a gripping hand here, maybe if he's holding the bottle or something. Not really sure because he doesn't come with a gun or anything like that, but closed fists and then kind of resting hands. And then on the body are resting hands with the claws. And then we have the fisted hands with these adamantium hands, which are really, really cool. Very well done. And these are actually going to be made out of die cast. So I think 11 knocked it out of the park there by not just painting them and making them look metal, but they actually used metal, which just makes them look that much more authentic. Great job there, and they do have a good weight to them. So we do have 2 head sculpts here. Keep in mind it comes with the normal head sculpt, and then we also purchased the angry or the grimacing head sculpt. So let's just take a look at these. And again, I think 11 just did a great job here. That is Hugh Jackman right there. I mean, really well done. The paint application is there. The eyes look great. He's got the kind of the furrowed eyebrows there. He's got battle damage scars going on. You can tell he looks weathered and beaten and tired, and it's a really good profile, and from most angles this is spot on. 11 actually does really good work. I have a Ben Affleck head sculpt from 11 that looks superb as well, so these are very, very impressive. And then this is the one we picked up as well. I just wanted the angry one for when he has his claws out, and this one is very well done too, and they did something better here than Hot Toys did with their Ant-Man figure. So Ant-Man, they just made the teeth the same mold, and it kind of looks like flush with the lips, and it doesn't look right. Well, here if we look, they actually did a separate piece, and mine's kind of actually looking like it's looks like it's like popping out there a little bit, but when you look at it here, it actually looks good. So it doesn't look weird or anything like that. They did a really good job. It's the same head sculpt, but just the angry look, and this is awesome. So I was gonna originally use this one, but looking at them together, they both look stellar. Like, obviously this is probably later in the movie, I think, when he shaves, and then this is before, so his beard is gonna be a bit bushier here, but they both look awesome, and kind of having a hard time deciding which one to choose. Let me know in the comments below which one you think I should choose for the figure. I think they're both awesome. Alright, so that's all the accessories that our Logan figure comes with. Now let's get the figure out here and see what he looks like. Alright, and here we have our first look at the Logan figure, and he is impressive. I love the black suit look, the older look of Logan with the bushy beard. He's got the claws out. Got the kind of the boots on the bottom there that look worn and dirty. There's a couple things I'm noticing straight out of the box though, and one of them is that the ankles are extremely loose. So he is very prone to topple over a little bit here. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that. I might use some of that Fix-It adhesive to try and tighten that up a little bit, but that's going to be really loose. And the fact that he doesn't come with a base kind of just makes it that much worse, because not only is he very wobbly, but you don't get a base with him. So but outside of that, the first look is great. The suit looks good. The tailoring is really nice. I love how the claws look, and you can see these are the hands that come stock on the figure. They're the open hand with the claws out, and there's a little bit of marks on his left hand, and I don't know if that's meant to be, if they just wanted to try and go with a dirty look, but it looks more of like a defect than anything else, so that's interesting. It doesn't bother me. It's on the inside of the hands. For the most part, I'm going to use the closed fist hands as well. But let's go in a little bit closer here and take a closer look at the figure. All right, and here is the Logan figure, kind of up close and personal. I'm just really happy with this head sculpt. I think it looks awesome. And for the price that you're paying, and this isn't Hot Toys quality, I think a lot of people that come and see your collection are going to be surprised. Here's the suit, and there's a little bit of fraying right here, but it is what it is. And he's just got the white shirt on. You could probably take the tie off if you want. A nice, looks like pleather belt here, and a nice buckle. Here you can see the hands, and here's what I was talking about with the kind of the, I guess it's probably dirt, but it just kind of looks weird the way that they painted that, if that's true. And they kind of, also I forgot to mention on the hands, it's darker here. I believe they tried to make that like a hair. It's supposed to look like hair, or maybe dirt, but I'm thinking hair. And there you go, you can see the claws again. The one thing that I'm not a big fan of here is you can just see the seam lines of the hands. It's not terrible, but if you look really close, you can just see those lines where they had two pieces together. So not bad, but just something to know here. The pants are nice and fitted. Here are the boots, and you can definitely see that they did a nice paint application here where they just tried to kind of make it look worn and dirty. I like it that he's wearing the suit and then he's got these kind of like worker boots on, but just extremely loose here. So that's an issue. He does not have socks on underneath, but yeah, he's good. Like they went to the 9 here. This is a really good figure, and I'm happy to have him. So let's I guess let's just go straight into articulation while we have the figure out here. The joints here seem stiff. I don't want to push it too far. That's about as high as we're gonna be able to go. The body, you can definitely tell the body is not Hot Toys quality. It goes to about here. Let's see, there's no swivel here in the bicep. And we're gonna have just a double bend, which is kind of sad. And then the normal wrist swivel. There's a little bit of crunch here in the abdomen area, as well as turn ability. Can look down to about there, look up to about there, and normal swivel. And then the legs can go pretty far to about there. And I believe that's going to be like a single bend in the knee. A little swivel in the thigh, so that's good. And then obviously we have a ton of articulation in the ankle. A little bit too much if you ask me, but let's get them into some poses and talk about some of the things that I like and dislike about the figure. Alright, so now that we've gotten our first look at our 11 Logan figure, let's talk about some of the things that I really like about the figure and some things not so much. Starting with the things that I really like, the head sculpt. It blows me away with how detailed this head sculpt is. The likeness to the Logan character is there. It looks great. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if somebody told me it was Hot Toys quality. I wouldn't have thought any different. So the head sculpt is awesome. Plus, 11 made a second head sculpt where he's angry. You do have to buy it separate, but it's not very expensive at all. I do believe it cost me about $35. The next thing that I like about the figure is the adamantium claws and how they went with an actual die cast instead of plastic and just trying to paint it. They look super authentic, and I'm really happy with how these claws turned out. Third thing I like about this figure is the price point. Yes, it's not Hot Toys quality, but 11 knocked it out of the park with the likeness. It doesn't come with a whole lot, but it's fine with me because they keep that price point down. Now going to some things that I don't like about the figure. The first would be obviously the ankles and how loose those joints are. This guy is going to be hard to pose without a base, and you know me, I don't like using bases in my display. The second thing that I don't like kind of ties in with the first. While it's great that they stripped this down to keep the price point down, it would have been nice if they would have thrown in a $3-4 base that this guy could stand on just to help support him, especially because those ankles are so weak. And the final thing that I don't like about the figure are the hands that he comes with, the open clawed hands, where we have that, it looks like paint defects to me, and then you can just see some of the seams by the fingers where it just looks a little gaudy and takes away from the figure. I'm not too worried about it because I'm going to be going with the closed fist hands, but it's got to be a dislike. Alright guys, well there you have it. I think if you're in the market for a Logan figure, this is the one to get. I know So-So Toys makes some, and I know there is a Wolverine figure from Hot Toys from his second solo movie, but I think this one is the best out of all of those. This is the one that I would choose. I'm very happy with my choice. Everything is here. The likeness is here. This is a great figure for a great price point, and I couldn't be happier. So if you're a Wolverine fan, an X-Men fan, a Marvel fan, make sure that you look this thing up. It's probably only going to be available in China, so you might have to wait a little bit for it, but it is worth the wait and the price point. Let me know what you guys think about the figure in the comments below. Let me know what you think of some of these poses. And leave a big like for this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You don't know what you're waiting for. Have a lot of fun here on the Jedi Knights Watch. And until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.